Hey, good morning. So it's a Monday morning. I'm Monday morning quarterbacking my own message. I was thinking about what would I have liked to have said differently yesterday. And I would say it's the whole clay has no say thing. Like it can feel so harsh and hard. Like God is just pounding the clay because he's never happy with us, and he just is so frustrated he can't get it right. And that's not the picture of God that I want you to see from yesterday. I want you to see a potter who is taking care with the clay, who is molding us gently, patiently. Yeah, he presses on us for sure, but he's doing it because he knows he's preparing us as a beautiful piece of pottery, right? To be used the way he planned. So when you picture God, it's easy to picture him as a mad potter like this. But I want you to see him like that. You see that? He's smiling, y'all. Listen to what it says in Psalm 149. It says in verse 4, "For the Lord takes pleasure in his people. He adorns the humble with salvation." And because of that, the next verse says, "So let the faithful celebrate in triumphal glory. Let them shout for joy on their beds." He takes pleasure in y'all. So yeah, it's a hard message to think about, like being formed and molded, and God might have to start over. And I love how Danielle came up and talked about putting water on that clay to soften it again, and sometimes it has to get submerged. And I know in leadership, I've heard people say the call to leadership is the call to being overwhelmed. Sometimes it can feel like you're barely keeping your head above water. I know a lot of believers feel that way, but sometimes it's because the potter is he's getting us soft again. And in those times when it feels like we're overwhelmed, that's the perfect time to call out to him and say, "I know that you're for me. Even though it feels like everything else is against me, I know in this moment you're for me. I know you take pleasure in me," like we just read, and like we've read in Romans 8. "I know that you're working all things for my good and for your glory, and that nothing, not even this thing I'm facing that's overwhelming me, is going to separate me from your love." So that's my what I wish I'd said differently, right? What I wish I'd said differently today is I wish I had just really taken more time to let everybody know, especially those of us that are following Jesus, just let you, Jesus followers and apprentices of Jesus, know that God is pleased. He takes pleasure in you. He's not frustrated by the process, even when we might be. Listen, keep letting him mold you. You're starting to look really beautiful. We'll talk to you later.